Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of college for the subject of biology, and we were started the chapter number 12. It was a biotechnology. So in that we have discussed the definition of the biotechnology, how traditional as well as the modern biotechnology giving the wings to the new world. But today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a very important topic, which is one of the technique. It is known as the polymerase chain reaction. So let's see a PCR, that is a polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction, it is a technique which is used for the molecular biology to create several copies to a certain DNA segments. So by using this technique, we can manipulate or we can increase the quantity of the segment which we want to get. And this technique, it was developed by a very famous scientist, Carl Mullis. He was an American biochemist and it was developed in 1983. So the purpose of a PCR to developing this technique to get a desired segment or the quantity we wish to implement for the gene cloning. So PCR has made a possible to generate a millions copies from a small amount of a DNA. So DNA, which is getting from our cell, but which is not enough for making a desired species for the gene cloning or the cloning purpose in lab or inside the body. So let's see that. So in that today's lecture we will discuss about the what is a PCR, history about the PCR, component of a PCR, basic principles of a PCR, basic requirement, instrumentation, then programming, advantages of a PCR, and lastly the application of a PCR. So technically the PCR, which is a technique that takes the specific sequence of a DNA from a small amount, and after that which is amplifies into the thousands, millions copies which we required. So it can be in a lab, so it is a in vitro technique. Next, let's see the history. In 1983, Dr. Carl Mullis developed the PCR technique in the America. After that, by using same principle, the technique is developed again by the Cetus Corporation. It is a company in 85. Then in 1986, in a PCR technique, a purified Taq polymerase, that means Tacus aquaticus, which is a bacterium, and that bacteria have that important enzyme which is a polymerase, which is used for a PCR technique. Then in 1988, Perkin Elmer introduces the automatic machine which is known as a thermocycler or thermal cycler. And lastly, in 1989, the Taq polymerase, which is the enzyme which is used for PCR, which is known as the molecules of air. Let's see the short history about the PCR technique. in 1990, the more development is carried by using a specific sequence or the DNA sequence which is fluorescent, which can be easily detectable while in a gene cloning. So fluorescent DNA binding dye which is used, and it was known as the real time or the kinetic for the PCR. Next, in a 1991, RT-PCR, which is recently very much effective technique, which is used for the COVID-19 testing, RT-PCR. So it is again used for making testing for or the diagnostic purpose of a RNA virus. So COVID-19, it is a RNA based virus. And lastly, in 1993, Dr. Carl Morris also shares the Nobel Prize for discovering or inventing a very much effective technique, PCR technology. Let's see the principles of the PCR. Why PCR should be used? So PCR used for amplifying a lot of DNA segment. So DNA is a double-stranded molecule, and it should be equally replicate. So the replication process, which is not natural, it is artificial technique. So the effective enzyme should be properly incorporate with the machine, which is a cycling machine. In a cyclic manner, it is repeated again and again. Let's see the condition. First condition should be DNA, it is not easily separable. So in that condition, DNA should denature. So both the strand 1, strand 2 should be easily separable by applying optimum temperature, and after applying the temperature, DNA strands will separate. Second, it is annealing. So annealing, it is an extension of a DNA nucleotides, and in that the nucleotide which are added, it is a primers. And next, for making a segment a larger one, so secondly, it is extension of a DNA molecule which is applied. Let's see the denaturation. In a denaturation, the temperature which is applied for separating the two strands, as you can see in the diagram, the double-stranded DNA starts melting or separating with each other by a temperature of 92 to 94 degrees centigrade, and the hydrogen bonds will separate. And in a second diagram, as you can see, two separate strands are formed. So after denaturation, the temperature get again normalized at 50 to 70 degrees centigrade, and at that temperature we can apply a nucleotide sequence as a primer, and that primer one by one get attached with the complementary base of a template strand. So upper and lower strands are a complementary strands, and which is again bind with the some applied enzymes in that technique, which is a annealing. Once the annealing is completed, temperature is again increases. It increases up to 70 degrees centigrade, and at that temperature, again enzyme is used, which is a Taq polymerase. The Taq polymerase, which is isolated from the bacterium, which is a Thermus aquaticus, and it is very much essential for making a sequence or a complete sequence of a DNA from start to 5 prime to 3 prime end. The 5 prime to 3 prime end, which is a very much crucial at the time, and which is a very much easy. If you get a single copy and after a minute or a hour, we will get thousands of copies from the same DNA sequence. A sequence may be similar. So PCR polymerase from a single copy of a DNA to thousands copies of the same sequence of DNA, which is get within an hour. So in that, which is very much essential, the components which are very much required, it is a magnesium chloride, then buffer, the buffer which is used for making a surrounding or the medium for making a reaction easy and effective. Then DNTPs which are used, or the dinet nucleotide triphosphates are which are used here. Secondly, the primers are used. Then DNA polymerase again used, and lastly the target DNA which we get. Here are some instruments which are the modern instruments. These are known as the PCR machine or thermocycler or thermal cycler. All the names are similar for that. So it is a thermocycler. This is a modern one. These are traditional, which is not recently used. Here are some steps. In a diagram number 1, as you can see, a person taking a DNA sample from an Eppendorf tube. It is again treated with some enzyme, and that treated DNA segments are used in a particular thermocycler machine. Here we are using the electrophoresis. This is the electrophoresis machine. After that, they get blotted. After blotting, the segments which are again removed, and they are putting into the again buffer solutions, as you can see here. So let's see the advantages of the PCR. From a very small amount of a DNA which we get, and it can tested for some time, and they are repeated again and again, we'll get a desired DNA, a large segment of a DNA. So it is a very much quick and effective technique. Or within a day, we can get a large amount of a DNA from some small amount. It is not necessary to get radioactively labeled DNA. So no necessary. After using this technique or the PCR technique, we can get a report from the lab, and will identify if the person or the patient get any disorder or diseases. So it can be easily identified with this technique. And lastly, detection of the mutation or the gene problem which we get. Some diseases like Neisseria gonorrhea, then a disease Chlamydia trachomatis, which is a not that much familiar disease, but the disease which is caused by the virus HIV. So viral infections can be easily detected through this PCR technique. And other one, it is a forensic technique, the maintaining the crime report. So this PCR technique, which was actually that much not effective, but nowadays recent science have developed such a effective technique. So in that PCR is used and easily get a report within a day. So here are concluding with the topic, which is a PCR, and a PCR, which is a not only the vital technique, it is, but after applying the PCR now getting the desired amount of DNA from the larger amount of a DNA. So it is very important for getting a genetic link or the genetic records. So in that factor V leading, which is used. So in whole concept of a PCR technique, we'll get idea about the how the PCR which is very important for today's life or the modern science or the biotechnology. So it was about PCR. We'll come up with a new topic. Thank you for attending the lecture.